and then we'll do Kaddish and Ma'ariv. There's also some Mazonos and L'chaim for everyone to have in honor of Rosh Chodesh. The Rambam starts off today. The Halacha is the laws of teruma and Maisa. What's teruma and Maisa? From everything, all the produce that a person has, 2% gives to the Kohen, and then after he takes 2% for the Kohen, so he has 98% left. So 10% of the 98 bundles. So the question is, this mitzvah of taking off the 2% for the Kohen and 10% for the Levi, does it apply everywhere in Israel and even outside of Israel? So the Rambam says an interesting thing. Biblically, it applies in Israel, but the Nevi'im, the first prophets, they made it also obligated in Shinar. The land of Shinar is not part of Israel, it's called Bavel. In Bavel, many Jews lived in Bavel between the first and second temple, and many Jews stayed there and didn't come to build the second temple. So there was obligation of giving 2% and 10% to the Kohen and Levi in Bavel, which today is Iraq, Iran. Then he says the Chachamim, the first sages that were after the Nevi'im, they made that Egypt, Jews that lived in Egypt, which today, they have to give also 2% to the Kohen and 10% to the Levi. So even not Israel, Egypt, Iraq, Iran, they all have to give. Why? Since Jews live there. And the whole idea of giving is to be able to support the Kohen and the Levi, and then in the third year and the sixth year to give to the poor. So everyone needs. So the fact that they're not living in Israel, they still have to do it, and even in Bavel and in Egypt and everywhere else. Then he ends off an interesting thing about Syria. Is Syria considered part of Eretz Yisrael? So according to the Rambam today, he says that Syria would have been part of Eretz Yisrael if David HaMelech would have conquered Syria after he conquered the whole Israel. What happened was, David HaMelech conquered Syria and Aram Tzova before he finished conquering Israel. And if he would have finished conquering the seven nations that were in Israel that he was supposed to do, which he did. But since he did Syria before he conquered the seven, so it's considered a invasion of a king that did it on his own initiative, not because it was part of Am Yisrael. So it never became part of the proper Israel. But it was conquered by David HaMelech. So it's similar to Israel, but not similar. It's like half and half. And he goes through that in Syria, even today, there are some things that you do like Israel, and some things you do like not Israel. What is that? The 2% and 10% you do like Israel. Buying property there is like buying property in Israel, and so on and so forth. And then there's some things that it's not like Israel. So Syria is like an in-between, because David HaMelech conquered it before he finished conquering the seven nations, which was the proper Israel to begin with, yeah?
So basically, is the Rambam saying that the Doritas in Israel apply to Syria, but you don't have to do the Rabbanans? Or are there just specific rules that apply there?
Only specific rabbinic rules in Syria.
No, so nothing Dorita.
Nothing biblical, no.
This is only for Beit HaMikdash? Or
This is only when the Beis HaMikdash was around. Today, there's no Beis HaMikdash, so even in Israel, in proper Israel, that means Israel that was conquered even during the second Beis HaMikdash by Ezra, even there it's only rabbinic. Even in Israel it's rabbinic. So since today it's only rabbinic in Israel, so Egypt is not obligated at all. But in the times of the Beis HaMikdash, Egypt was obligated rabbinic. And Bavel also rabbinic. But in the times, and now that the Israel is already not anymore under, so therefore you, even in Israel, that's why today there's some places in Israel that also is not part of the rabbinic either, because it wasn't part of the proper Israel to begin with, and therefore they grow vegetables and fruits there in the sabbatical year, and they could eat it because it's not the real proper Israel. It's further south. The more south you go, like after
Eilat proper Israel?
Huh?
Is Eilat considered proper Israel?
No, Eilat is not considered proper Israel. I mean, it's a property that Israel owns, but it's not proper Israel. You could go swimming there, you can do many things. Rabbi Chananya ben Akal Shem Eretz HaKadosh